So Mike, I want to ask you, your audience is much younger than you or I, and very much digital natives, always connected. What are you doing to keep them connected to the platform and staying engaged on a daily basis?
Yeah, great point, Mitch. I think we kind of knew that from the start. We obviously had insight into who our audience was, which was great because thinking of who that audience is, you can kind of craft your approach to how you're going to build a community and manage it moving forward to engage an audience of that type, right? So Hivebrite comes with all these features, right? Like all these different like tools and features and functionalities that you can add on to the system, which was cool. But at first, like looking at everything, it's like, wow, this is kind of overwhelming just to like open this system up and have like, let's just turn everything on and like let everybody go to town. That's probably not going to work, right? Like I've seen that happen before. And it's just like, kind of like you said, Mitch, if you build it, they will come. That definitely does not work. Like you got to, if you build it and you engage them, they will come. That's what I would say in respect to that. So it's thinking through like, what were kind of some of the key components of the community that we could really kind of try to get the most impact right out of the gate with, right? Without flooding them with like a system that they go into and there's 25 navigation items and, I don't know what this does. I don't know what this does. Let's kind of like trickle the features in a little bit. And as we do it, especially with a younger audience, make it very quick to just pick up, open it up, and kind of know where you need to go and what you need to do. You should not need a guide on how to use a website. Like it should just be intuitive. It's 2022. If you need like an actual walkthrough of how to use a website, you probably need to look at the design of the website a little bit closer, right? So we wanted to make it as easy as possible and even rename some of the features, which again, great functionality within the platform that you can go in and say, for example, we'll talk a little bit about what we branded the Scholar Scrambles, right? So like these Scholar Scrambles, we're kind of using the news feature in Hivebrite for these Scholar Scrambles to engage folks. And we'll talk through those a little bit here. And that's like one of the pieces that you were asking, Mitch, like how are we engaging them, right? Like visuals, obviously having a design. I just think it's a unique situation because just coming from like design background and web management and that sort of thing, we could kind of like package this all together to kind of give like a full experience. So now this actually feels like an experience when you go into it, right? So this was like part of our arrangement with Marissa and the team initially is like, we want these kind of draws to the community every month coming in. We kick off these Scholar Scrambles, which are kind of more or less kind of like a contest or kind of a giveaway that we're running, and we give away prizes with them. So this is obviously a pull into the community, but at the same time, accomplishing the mission of ensuring that everybody kind of gets to live and fulfill their passions, is kind of like the root of kind of what Marissa was talking about earlier with the scholars and everything. So that's kind of what these do. We kind of use these to help fuel the passions